Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Whitney Baldwin and I do a lot of fun and creative things here on this channel, and today I'm going to show you guys how I fixed this plaster wall behind me. This archway behind me is an original detail of the house, and it was hidden behind wood paneling and a really weird narrow door. I think the previous owners of this house tried to make these two separate rooms, two separate bedrooms, but the space didn't really feel right, and I opened it all up and it is now exposed, beautiful archway. When I took the paneling down, this plaster wall had a lot of damage done to it, so I had to patch in a ton of holes and scrape all the glue off and put a ton of quickset on these walls. This was a lot of work, you guys. I had to do both sides of this archway and the interior arch of the archway. It took me forever, but it is beautiful and it definitely paid off. I think that was their headboard. That was their closet. And this was a little door to another sitting room. But that's carpet. About 1.5 feet in, and then there's carpet about 1.5 feet in on that side. So I'm gonna open this wall back up, connect this room with this little room over here. And this is gonna become a pretty big living area. This could be a reading room, this could be an office, this could be a through nursery, but I'm gonna open up that wall back to, so right up there and then about here. I want to see what's behind there. I cannot believe that we found this archway behind that really shitty, stupid door. This is where all those mirrors were hung, and I kind of like this. It's all glue. The glue actually took chunks of the plaster out. When I ripped the door jamb down, it took some of the plaster with it. Along this wall is the same, where you can see the lath board behind. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to fix this wall. Alright guys, so we're going to mix up our quickset mud. Again, we're using this stuff. The 45 means that you have 45 minutes to work with it. Only mix up the amount that you're going to be able to use in like the next 10 minutes because it sets really, really quickly. There's really no right or wrong way to do this, guys. Just mix the powder with some water and get it to a nice working consistency and put it in the holes. Smush it in the cracks. Alright guys, so there are two types of drywall tape. This is a paper tape that's pretty good for seams and corner seams, but for something like this, you're going to want the fiberglass mesh tape for big holes and for big seams on drywall. So we're going to use this, we're going to cut a couple pieces that go over that. So you're going to need a utility knife, and then we're going to put some drywall mud in there, some quickset in there. Although the method I used to do this worked out perfectly fine, hindsight, I think I would have filled in the hole first and then added the mesh tape before adding a second layer on, but you can do whichever you prefer. You're going to want to get a healthy dose of mud on your spatula, drywall, putty knife, trowel thing. And just kind of smush it up in there. Now I am going to go over this probably a good 3 times, so don't worry about it being perfect the first go around because you are going to have to add multiple layers. Once this sets up, you're going to add another layer, sand it down, and probably add one more layer. So that's probably good for now. If you put too much mud in there, it'll get too heavy and it'll sag down. So I'm basically going to do the same thing to this side of the plaster. Get my fiberglass mesh tape. I already put a big strip here. I'm going to put another strip here. I only went all the way down because there is a big long crack. So I've let this dry for about an hour and a half. So I'm going to my second coat of my mix already. This is one layer. I started up there, then I forgot to film it. Right, one layer. So that gunk is kind of showing through. I skim coated the other wall. I'm gonna prime it. Let's see what another layer does. And then here comes the sanding part. Sand, 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 sand. And then when you feel like your arms are gonna fall off, you sand some more. Just keep the end goal in mind. So this is 2 coats of the quick setting drywall compound. And over here, along this little portion of the wall, I just did 1 coat of the already pre-mixed, the ready mix. Now I'm going in with my 3rd layer to even out some of the texture. If you get bubbles in your skim coat, it's either a chemical reaction to the lime in the original plaster, or your first coat of skim coat hasn't dried yet. Don't freak out, this is perfectly normal and it can be sanded down and filled in with another layer of skim coat. So this is what this archway now looks like with 1 coat of primer on. Now what I'm gonna go in and do is spot treat the little areas that need some extra help. This does not have to be perfect. This archway was built 140 years ago. So it's not going to be 100% perfect. And I actually like that it's not 100% perfect because it has character. And this is what it looks like. I'm able to fix this arch. Fix that hole that was there and make it look really nice. We still have to figure out how to make some baseboard. Also, side note, if you can see the shiplap behind me, I have a video on how I did that, so I will link that above and below so you guys can check that out too. It's so much fun. It's really, really easy, DIY shiplap, and it looks great. I mean, I have a lot of doors and extra stuff right there right now, so don't look at that. This apartment is not fully done yet, but when it is done, I will do a full walkthrough of before and after, and I will show you guys what I did to this space. And I hope you are not intimidated anymore to fix that crack or that hole in your drywall or plaster, because it's not that hard. Just go get the materials and you guys can do it. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos and tutorials like this. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Tag me on Instagram or Twitter. I would love to see what you're working on. Hit the notification bar if you want to see when I make other videos. Okay, bye. Can you hear my bra squeaking? I need windshield wipers for my glasses.